but I choose to address to give it all the devotees with my tongue.
Darkness of ignorance and my spiritual master has kindly opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. Therefore I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. So those who are present in the morning during initiation, which we touched up on 10 offenses, they will be committed knowingly or unknowingly, and that hampers our progress in the devotional service. So the remedy is also there, but for the first aparadha, which is called Vaishnava aparadha, there is no remedy, unless and until you go and beg forgiveness from whom you have offended. And because he is a Vaishnava, he will definitely pardon you. But his magnanimity should not be misused. So you can commit the offense again and get another pardon. No, 3 strikes out. So in the same way, the holy name is very, very sensitive because it is live and it reciprocates with the chanter. But all these impediments are there because of our time immemorial passing through the bodily conception of life from one species to another. But actually, our ignorance is also continued throughout different lives. But in the human form of life, when we come to know the importance of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, then it also brings the awareness towards the mistakes that we have been committing. And we have to refrain from it because man has developed intelligence to go for the positive and negate the negative. So today's topic about NAMA-APARADHA to NAMA-ABHAS. NAMA-APARADHA, in any case, if it is properly forgiven, then your devotional progress will not be hampered, it will continue. But this continuation within the jurisdiction of NAMA-APARADHA, the chanting of the holy name is in Abhas. Abhas means shadow. It is not pure chanting, it's called shadow chanting. It does not give you the full glimpse of the glory of the holy name. So aparadhas cover the holy name, and even though if we chant from life after life, we will not get the increment in our devotional service. So there are 4 kinds of aparadhas we must know. They have been described as offenses towards Sri Krishna, that is called Tattva Brahman. Tattva means the truth, about the supreme absolute truth. It's called Tattva Brahman. And it pertains to Lord Sri Krishna. So, aparadha can be on the holy name by misunderstanding it. Offenses towards Krishna Nama, that is Nama-APARADHA. Nama-APARADHA itself is a form of the Lord. In Sanskrit etymology, they calculate the numerical value of the name. Just like the word Ram, R is equal to 2, and then the rep is there, another rep is called Ra. So this Ra is 2.5, and Ma, the Ma carries figure number 4. Okay? Ma is coming very close to the figure number 4. So they calculate and add it to the name. Alright? But Krishna, the word is so crooked like Krishna. What will be the value? It is too difficult. But it carries the notion that he is exceptional. You know. There are how many half words in Krishna? So, NAMA-APARADHA itself is only the speaking or vibrating the holy name itself. But Tattva-APARADHA is an internal situation because our intelligence has to decipher what is meant by the truth of Lord Krishna. The third offense is to Krishna Swarupa, aparadha to the deity of Lord Krishna. And the fourth one is to aparadha towards the other living entities, and that is called Vaishnava aparadha. Because every living entity is part and parcel of Lord Krishna. So knowingly or unknowingly, with a sense of dominance or envy, we try to kill even lower animals, things that they are not wanted. But they have been given their lifespan. They don't disturb you. Or if they disturb you like the roaches and the house pest, then why do you invite these friends of yours if you have to kill them? Do you invite the friends to kill them? You may prevent them coming. That's another way. But once our behavior is merciless without any provocation. Oh, we are not killing, but we'll pay the exterminator to wipe him out. We don't need it. But you are leaving the food particles for them to eat, and then you want to kill them. Feed them and kill them. Feed them and kill them. What kind of behavior is it? Better keep cleanliness in such an extent that they won't come because you won't provide them. That is the silent way, or an what you call a gentleman's way. So, oh no, thanks. We have closed the gates for the pest. Otherwise we'll say, be aware of the traps that you might stick on the gummy roach killers. Even the small mice also get stuck on it and lose their life. But anyway, these four kinds of aparadhas are there on the holy name. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that there are four types of anarthas, recognizing according to their origins. Anarthas arising from previous sin, anarthas arising from previous pious activities, anarthas arising from imperfectly performed bhakti, and anarthas arising from offenses in devotional service. These are the anarthas which are we are not much aware, and we become so casual that if we take an account of the day, at the end of the day, in chanting of the Hare Krishna Maharaj, you will come across so many unwanted things or undesirable things that happen during the day. You cannot ignore that. So there are four ways you have to understand the unwanted things, anarthas. They are arising from previous sins, means previous lifespan, and you are accustomed to perform. Anarthas arising from previous pious activities also there. Suppose your pious activities are pertaining to the material comforts only. If not yours, somebody else's, just like Christians are engaged. But they are anarthas. As far as the efficacy of the holy name has to be understood, these anarthas do not pay any importance. They do not play any importance in the ultimate benefit of chanting Hare Krishna. Anarthas arising from imperfectly performed bhakti. Imperfectly performed means Shruti Smruti Puranadi Pancharatriki Vidinina Aikantiki Hare Bhakti Utpatayat Kalpate. Such actually it is a disturbance in the society of those who are trying to become honest in their endeavor in performing bhakti. Cut short business. Like that. Then anarthas arising from offenses in devotional service. While performing devotional service, somehow or other we come across certain imperfections that we do not care to say ignore it. We do not care to take into account. Why? Because we think it is not necessary. It will come and it will go the way it has come, it will go. We are not careful. So, the devotional service also becomes a little contaminated. Then you can't justify that, you have done so much vow and so much love and you prepared this, but because there is no justification, there is no appropriate attitude towards performance of the devotional service, then who will have to pay? Only we have to pay. So scrutinizingly, minutely, if you say that devotional service is little difficult to perform, we were thinking that, it's the easiest method. But no, chanting of Hare Krishna may be apparently easy, but who can chant in the purest way? That is the aim. So, never underestimate the efficacy of the holy name. If it is pure devotional service and pure Nama, then the devotee will get tremendous upliftment in the transcendental nature. Rather, he will struggle for long life and would not be able to make a tangible progress, even though initiated. So, we have to understand in depth the nature of this aparadhas and anarthas. Anarthas means unwanted things, alright? And aparadhas are the gross manifestation of misdemeanor. Anarthas arising from previous pious activities to be understood that they are attachment to sattva guna because enjoyment and mukti. When somebody is performing pious activity in the mode of goodness, there is a sense of result coming, which will be happiness and increment in the knowledge. That is not the true nature of bhakti. Even if it is coming as a concomitant factor, we are not attached to such knowledge and happiness. Otherwise, we will be stand still there. Stand still means we are thinking that we are advancing by the age, but not by realization. Because we have accepted the perks of being in mode of goodness. You know the perks? P-E-R-K-S? They are called allurement. Suppose if you are a yogi, Ashtanga Yoga, the Ashtasiddhis are the perks. And if yogi is entangled in the perks, he will forget the aim of yoga. To go back home, back to God. So chanting has to be understood in grilling detail for advancement in our spiritual life. Anarthas arising from the improper performance of bhakti. Anarthas, they are a little more subtle, and Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that just as along with the main plant, many weeds also grow. Similarly, by the cultivation of bhakti, there appears acquisition of material wealth and other facilities, worship and respect by others, and comfortable position of man. So, the subtle attachment to profit, adoration and distinction is the problem makers in advancing in spiritual life. Even though you may have served ISKCON for about 40 years, but then your seniority has to come, you have some kind of, because of seniority, you have to have been one honor in the society of the devotees. These are perks, and they are due to the improper performance of bhakti. Profit, adoration and distinction means material wealth, acquisition, then respects by others, worship and respects by others. And the third thing is a comfortable position. You want to sit to this chair, good. Nobody should come and take my service for the seat. Kissa kursi ka. So in this way, these are the subtle situations that curtails our bhakti towards Krishna. By their very name, bhakti is a plant, it has to be cultivated, and all these weeds are also growing simultaneously. Better pluck out all the weeds. So tulsi plant or the plant of bhakti will become very healthy. Right? One should not carefully, one should note that carefully that these do not include seva-aparadhas. It is the NAMA-APARADHAs. Okay? Anarthas arising from offenses to the holy name, to the Vaishnava, or whatever it is, everything will be accounted for. Anarthas arising from the offenses in devotional service are the 10 offenses against the chanting of the holy name that we told in detail in the morning. The 10 offenses to the holy name are listed as follows in the Padma Puran, as quoted by Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita in Adilila 8 chapter 24 verse purport. Satam nindam namna paramam aparadham vitunete yata khyatim yatam kantham su sahate tad vigarha. To blaspheme the saintly person who are preaching the glories of the Hare mantra is the worst offense at the lotus feet of the holy name. Nama Prabhu, who is identical with Krishna, will never tolerate such blasphemous activity, even from one who passes as a great devotee. Whether one is a high devotee, low devotee, nobody is going to be spared of this aparadha. Being overcome with the material world, if one commits the offense of blasphemy against the devotee, one should sincerely feel repentant and cry at the feet of that devotee for the mercy and forgiveness. The devotee who is by nature very merciful will forgive the offender, just like Amrish Maharaj forgave Durvasa Muni. Second is Shivasya Sri Vishnur Ya Iha Guna Namadi Sakalam Dhiya Bhinna Pashyat Sat Kalu Hari Nama Akhita Karaha Ahitaka. In this material world, the holy name of Vishnu is all auspicious. Vishnu's name, form, qualities and pastimes are all transcendental absolute knowledge. Therefore, if one tries to separate the absolute personality of Godhead from his holy name or his transcendental form, qualities and pastimes, thinking them material, that is offensive. So similarly, to think that the names of demigods such as Lord Shiva are as good as the name of Lord Vishnu is also blasphemous. If by accident one should happen to turn from accepting Vishnu as the Supreme, one should be repentant and take shelter of Vishnu and be careful not to commit the offense again. By remembering Krishna, by remembering his name and chanting his name, the offense will disappear. See, the remedy is also there. Prashchita also there. According to the Vedic literature, there is no prashchita, reformatory process or atonement more effective than this. This is because the Lord is an ocean of mercy and ocean of forgiveness. Similarly, the devotee also forgives the past faults. Because Krishna is forgiving, the devotee will also be forgiving. Haridas continued, one should avoid association with those who worship demigods as the supreme and rather worship the Vaishnavas, who take Krishna as the supreme. In this way, one can avoid the second offense. Isn't it shocking? You never heard this before, but it's all given in Padma Purana. We do not care about the offenses that knowingly or unknowingly we do. To err is human, so why don't we accept? Yes. What is, you are going to lose the tip of your nose? No, it's not shame, but it is mistaken identity, and you do not know who is who. So therefore, unknowingly also, because by tradition everybody speaks, oh, all are equal.